Laws of indices. We are focusing on these three formulas to help us do these questions. I think a couple of questions doesn't even apply to these three formulas. But when you think of laws of indices, these three formulas come to mind. So if you look at the first one, when you're multiplying same letters or same numbers, we add the powers. So in this case, we have same letters or same numbers because we could have 2 times 2, let's just say it would be 2 to the power 1 plus 1. Right? So if we are multiplying same letters or same numbers, we add the powers. Multiplication deals with the addition of powers, same letters. When you're dividing same letters, we subtract the powers. And when you're looking at this rule here, it deals with multiplication of the powers, right? Bracket means multiplication, and we are dealing with the powers here. So when I do an actual question, I'll label a little more on that. So we'll come back to number 3, right? Rule 3. So number 1, m to the power 5 multiplied by m cubed. We're multiplying same letters. So if we're multiplying same letters or same numbers, we add the powers. So this will be m to the 5 plus 3, m to the power 8. When you're learning this topic, you put this down, m to the power 5 plus 3, and simplify, right? So, but when it's in your head, right, when you master it, you just jump from the question to the actual answer. Because some questions, it will be so, some questions, if you apply this working, your working will be wordy and it may open you up to make mistakes. All right, so pay attention to that. When you're dividing same letters, you subtract the powers. So this one will be w to the 8 minus 2, and that is w to the 6, right? Now note, we don't put m twice or w twice and then subtract the powers. No, we put w once, or we put the m once, or if it's the same number, let's say we have 2 cubed times 2 to the power 1, this will be 2, we put in 2 once, right? This will be 2 to the power 3 plus 1, which is 2 to the power 4. And you could further simplify and say, okay, 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 2s are 16, right? This will be the answer right there, right? All right, part 3. We come into part 3, and part 3 deals with rule 3, right? So we are focusing on the powers, right? Bracket means multiplication, right? And we have k cubed in brackets, and outside of the bracket, we have to the power 2. So that is pretty simple. We say k to the power 3 times 2, we multiply the powers, and that is equal to k to the power 6. Now, the question could come a little more challenging than just this, meaning the number in front of k is 1, right? There's something extra we have to do, but we'll more focus on number 8. So when we reach there, just stick a pin in here. Number 4, we deal with the numerator first, meaning simplify the numerator first, and then simplify the denominator if it could be simplified, and then we deal with the division. So if I simplify the numerator, multiplying same letters, I will have 9 to the power n plus 1 over 9 over, not 9 to the power n plus 1, I'm saying it back to front. I have n to the power 9 plus 1. My brain wants to pull the answer. I have n to the power 9 plus 1 over n to the power 5. Let's slow down my thinking. N to the power 10 over n to the power 5. So you simplify the numerator, right? The denominator is already simplified. Now you're dealing with the division. When you divide the same letters or numbers, you subtract the power. So this is n to the power 10 minus 5, which is n to the power 5. Right? Number 5. So number 5, we have a little action happening here. 1 and 1 letter, right? 2 different numbers. So if we have 2 different numbers, don't get jumpy, just multiply the numbers as is. 2 times 3 is 6. A cubed times A squared, same letters, we multiply and we add the powers. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2. C cubed times C to the power 1. This is understood. This is the power 1. That is C to the power 3 plus 1. Right? Remember, this is for the learning curve, but once you mastered it, you go straight to the answer. You can say 3 2s, 6. C cubed times C squared, 3 plus 2 is 5. This is, well, not C. A cubed times A squared is A to the power 3 plus 2, which is 5. And this is C cubed times C to the power 1, which is C to the power 4. All right, so my brain wants to just jump out and reach the answer, so I have to kind of slow it down a little bit. Probably I'll talk a tad slower, right? Number 6. Number 6 doesn't have anything to do with the 3 rules, right? But there's a rule. If any power raised to the number 0 is 1. Any power raised to the number 0 is 1. So this answer here is 1. If you had 2 to the power 0, that is equal to 1. 10 to the power 0 is equal to 1. If you had 1,000,000, right? And you put that to the power 0 in your calculator, it will be 1. Any number you put in your calculator and you raise it to the power of 0 is equal to 1. I mean, I could prove it, but it's not the point of the video, right? So all you have to note, any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. All right. Number 7. So here we simplify the numerator, we simplify the denominator, and we deal with the division. But the numerator is simplified already, the denominator is simplified already. So we have to deal with the division one time. 2 into 10 is 5. When you divide in same letters, you subtract the power. So m to the power 5 minus 2. Divide in same letters, you subtract the power. So n to the power 4 minus 1. So that is equal to 5 m cubed n cubed, right? 5m cubed n cubed, right? So we come to number 8. And remember, number 3, I said number 3 is a little easy, but you'll more appreciate rule 3, right? This rule 3 when we do a number 8. The reason why we appreciate it, you have a number other than 1. You have 2. All right, that's just getting 3. Any other number, once it's not 1, you have to do a little extra stuff. All right. So this 2 here is raised to the power of 1. It's understood. So we multiply the powers. Bracket means multiplying, and you have to multiply the powers. So we have 2 to the power 1 times 3, and we have m to the power 4 times 3. Right? We must multiply the power of 2 by the 3 outside, the power of 3. So this is equal to 2 to the power 3, 12. This is equal to 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, to the power 12. Right? Now we reach number 9. Number 9 doesn't have anything to do with the 3 rules on top. Right? But number 9 tells us that there's another way we can write this question, right? So if you put 16 to the negative 3 over 1, let me just say 2 over 1 is equal to 2. So I put this 16 to the negative 3 over 1 just to help you all understand where I'm going. 2 over 1 is equal to 2. I didn't change the question. All I did was put it over 1 is equal to 2. So 16 to the negative 3 over 1 is equal to 16 to the negative 3, right? But why did I do that? The negative, this is the numerator, this is the denominator. The negative 3 suggests, in my opinion, right? It states that it's the negative states that that's not really the original position of the number. The original position is supposed to speak to positive. So if this is the numerator and this is negative 3, that really supposed to be at the bottom or the denominator. So if I say 1 over 16 to the plus 3, right? this 16 to the plus 3 states, okay, that's supposed to be the original position because it's positive 3, right? So this is 1 over 16 cube. And 16 cube is equal to 16 to the power 3, 4096. So this is 1 over 4096. But this question is really geared to show students that this and this here is the same thing. Because I can put in my calculator 16 to the negative 3, and I'm supposed to get 1 over 4096. You could do that. But make sure your calculator is in third form. If your calculator is not in third form, then you have to pay attention to the decimals, right? But the purpose of this question is to show that 16 to the minus 3 is equal to 1 over 16 to the plus 3. Yeah. So if I had, let's say I had 1 over 16 to the negative 3. Let's say that was my initial question. Then I would say, okay, the 16 to the negative 3 is not the original position. The original position really supposed to be the numerator. So this is 16 to the plus 3 over 1, right? Which is equal to 16 to the plus 3, right? So this would tell me that, okay, this really is supposed to be written like this, or this. Because remember, 2 over 1 is equal to 2, right? And the last question here, we have 15p cubed q squared times 3p cubed. So we deal with the numbers first. 15 times 3, 5 3s are 15, 1 3 3 1 is 4. This is equal to 45. P cubed times p are the powers. 3 plus 1. I wanted to put 4. Slow down that brain. Q to the 2 plus 1. This is 45. P to the 4 Q cube. All right. So that's it for laws of indices.